It's not just a game anymore. That's something every Fortnite pro has either said or felt at some point in their career. To the average viewer, watching a streamer pop off in a solo victory cup or a duo dominating the final zones in a cash cup, it might look like the dream life. But if you peel back the layers, the scrims, the pressure, the burnout, the lifestyle, it's a different story. Being a Fortnite pro in 2025 is not what it used to be back in Chapter 2 or even Chapter 3. The game has changed, the scene has matured, and what it takes to stay at the top now goes far beyond cracked mechanics or high game sense. This is the real story, the one you don't see on stream highlights or Twitter clips. Grinding isn't just playing anymore. The word grind gets thrown around a lot. But in 2025, grinding Fortnite as a pro isn't just about spending 8 hours a day on ranked or zoning out in creative. It's a full-on system of training. Pros are now breaking down their routines like athletes. It starts with mechanics. Map edits and piece controls are still the foundation, but with the introduction of new movement mechanics, weapon dynamics, and more variable loot pools in Chapter 6, it's become way more about adaptability. Pros spend hours every day in a custom practice maps working on muscle memory drills, movement optimization, and 1v1 sparring in Zone Wars. Scrimming is more intense than ever. Organized scrim servers for elite players like Elite Pro League and Zone Wars World run structured practice daily. These games mimic the endgame experience of actual tournaments. Storm surge pressure, triple layers of stacked zones, IGL calls flying left and right, and then there's VOD reviews. One of the most underrated parts of the grind, pros aren't just playing, they're studying, watching how the best IGLs move, how fraggers find impact eliminations mid-lag, how top tier trios or duos coordinate surge routes. They spend hours dissecting not just their mistakes, but their habits. And once again, being cracked isn't enough. There was a time when just having good aim and mechanics could get you noticed. That time is long gone. Everyone at the top is cracked now. If you want to stand out, you need more than raw skill. You need consistency. That means showing up every single tournament, not just having one pop-off game. It means understanding storm surge strategy, knowing when to play safe versus aggressive, and being able to communicate clearly under pressure. You need confidence. A single hesitation in a high-level lobby will cost you everything. You second-guess a rotate, you're getting lobby focused. You delay a box fight, you're getting doubled. Mental resilience is just as important as mechanics now. And you need presence. In 2025, a lot of being a pro also means being a brand. Organizations aren't just looking for cracked players, they want creators, personalities, people who can stream, engage fans, and build communities. If you can't build an audience, you're missing half of the game. Mental strain, burnout, and the pressure to win. Let's talk about something people usually don't mention, mental health. Being a Fortnite pro is mentally exhausting. The pressure to perform is insane, just like in real life sports. Every Cash Cup, every FNCS, every zero build tournament feels like the next make or break big moment in your career. You're constantly comparing yourself to others, who placed higher, who qualified, and who's in the spotlight, like Peterbot. Social media doesn't help either. You miss out on one tournament and you scroll through Twitter just to see everyone else flexing their leaderboard spots. It's messed with your head, and it messes with your mentality. And then there's burnout. When your full-time job is a game that updates constantly, breaks its own rules, and expects you to adapt every week, it's easy to hit a wall. A lot of pros don't even take proper days off. If they do, they feel guilty, like they're falling behind. And there's no off-season. Even after FNCS ends, scrims don't stop. Another tournament is always around the corner. You're always preparing for the next meta shift, the next drop spot change, and the next format update. And there's the financial reality to Fortnite. Fortnite isn't the money machine it used to be. Back in the early World Cup days, million-dollar prize pools and massive payouts were very common. But in 2025, only the top 1% of pros make a comfortable living from tournaments alone. FNCS still pays well, but even that is top-heavy. If you're not consistently placing in the top 10, your income is very unpredictable. That's why many pros diversify. They stream, they post on TikTok, they run YouTube channels. Some sign with orgs for a salary, like clicks. But even those contracts are shrinking unless you're a big name pulling major views. Sponsors want an ROI as well, and that means numbers. And let's not forget about travel costs. If you want to compete at LANs, you're often paying out of pocket unless you're org backed. Flights, hotels, food, it adds up really fast. Some pros have to make hard choices, skip LANs and miss exposure, or risk going broke chasing points. And school, life, and sacrifice. A lot of Fortnite pros start young, like 13 to 16 years old, but even the ones who go pro later deal with the same issue, balancing their life out. School and Fortnite don't mix well. You can't be up until 2 AM grinding late night scrims and then expect to ace your 9 AM exam. Something has to give, and a lot of players go online or drop out entirely. Others try to juggle both and burn out. Then there's the family dynamic. Not every parent understands. It's hard to explain that playing video games is actually a full-time career this day and age, especially when it doesn't pay immediately and you're usually waiting for payments till the end of the month. Social life takes a hit too. While friends are hanging out or going to parties, you're in your room VOD reviewing or editing clips, and relationships nearly impossible during FNCS season. There's also constant change and no guarantees. Fortnite doesn't wait for anyone. Every update brings something new, a weapon rework, a POI change, a format switch. That gun you spent a week mastering, vaulted. That drop you studied for hours, changed. That kind of chaos keeps the game exciting, but for pros, it's very brutal. You can go from meta to irrelevant in one update. That's why adaptability is everything, but even if you adapt, there's no guarantee you'll stay on top. Fortnite esports is brutally unforgiving. There are no long-term contracts like traditional sports. No safety nets. If your performance drops, orgs drop you. If you lose a key teammate, your duo falls apart. If you burn out, there's always someone younger, hungrier, and faster ready to take your spot. And when your career ends, because for most it does end early, you're left asking, what now? So what keeps them going? With all this pressure, instability, and sacrifice, why do pros stick with it? It's one simple word: passion. At the end of the day, the love for competition, the thrill of clutching a 1v3 and moving zones, the adrenaline of hearing a crowd cheer your name at a LAN event, those moments are unmatched. Fortnite is still one of the most rewarding games to master. Every win is earned, every placement is hard fought, every tournament is a new story. And for those who make it, who rise through the ranks, who build their brand, who stay consistent, it can still change their lives, and your life as well. So what's the future of Fortnite pros? As the Fortnite scene matures, so does the path to success. In 2025, being a pro means more than being good at the game. It means being a content creator, a business person, a team player, a strategist, and above all, a grinder. The next generation of pros isn't just cracked. They're smarter, more prepared, and more versatile. Some are building teams, some are launching apparel lines, others are mentoring younger players or building their orgs. The landscape is shifting from short-term hype to long-term stability. If you're trying to go pro now, the reality of it is tough, but not impossible. You need to love the game enough to push through the burnout. You need to be self-aware enough to improve constantly, and you need to be patient enough to fail, learn, and try again. Because at the end of the day, Fortnite will always be evolving, and the players who last, they're the ones who evolve with it, which is why I created this channel. This channel is all about helping you guys be the best you possibly can in this game. We have tutorials showing you how to, and talking about when and what and how to get better game sense, and everything from top to bottom, mechanics to game sense. Everything you need to know is well within this channel and many other channels on YouTube, like my boy Manzanosis, collab soon. But yeah, we are trying our best to help you guys get the fastest possible way to becoming a pro or reaching that next level, whether it's an audience, whether it's something. We want to see this Fortnite community grow. We want to see you guys get better. We want to see everyone enjoy the game like it used to be. And if that means you going pro to enjoy the game more, or you having that passionate ability about everything else in the game, it's all about building this community back up from what it was and trying and making it better. Once again, I post videos every single 2 days, and so go check out some of my other videos and let me know. But being a Fortnite pro sounds cool, and in a lot of ways it is, but behind every highlight reel is a grind most people will never see. The sacrifices, the late nights, the mental battles, the doubt, it's all part of the package. Like right now, I'm a content creator. I'm recording this script at 2 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, I had a very busy day, and this is the only time that I was able to actually record this script, so I had to get it done and get it out. And if you're chasing this life, you know what you're really chasing. It's not just fame or prize money, it's mastery, growth, a shot at being one of the best and one of the most competitive games in the world. And if you make it, then it is really just more than a game, it's your life. And in all honesty, if you guys want to go for it, because you only have one life, so you might as well chase those dreams that seem unreachable. Because once again, if you have enough passion and you have enough persistence, anything is obtainable in this lifetime. Once again, if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like, subscribe, comment down below, and use code NOTFLOW in the Fortnite item shop to help support me. Once again, go check out some of my other videos to help you guys get better at the game, and I will see you guys in the next video. I love you all. Peace, guys.